everyone. It's Saturday. Not Saturday. It's Sunday. I started this video yesterday, but I had never used my GoPro on a head mount, and I wasn't sure how the audio was gonna be, so I was talking all loud, and actually the audio is really good on this new GoPro, so I didn't need to scream. And for whatever reason, I was having I don't know, it was weird. I guess maybe because I'm used to like looking at my phone, or you know, when I'm talking, and for some reason that was messing up me narrating, so I don't know. So I just scrapped that video and deleted it, and I said, well, I'll do one today. So plus it's a little less, it was a lot more sunny yesterday, which kind of added some extra glare. So anyways, I started doing some bunching yesterday. I came here yesterday morning and I changed the oil in the buncher here and greased it up and cleaned up a few other things, and then started. I didn't run too long, but so we're finally getting going here after, well, it's still kind of mud season, but I kind of made the decision. We came up with this job that has some higher ground. It's not too bad. The direction I'm going, it does get a little wet in certain areas, but I figured I'll lay down, get ahead, you know, bunch as much wood as I can, and then if it's too wet to forward, we'll process the whole thing, and mostly hardwood pulp, so we'll process the whole thing and then forward it, especially, you know, if I'm going to buy a new forwarder. I'm not too worried about getting that far ahead, so we'll just have some big weeks, so some good production weeks when we get started. And this is as you can see, it's not like super good wood, I should say. And what this is this is like the after effect of having cable skidders pick through something for years. I'm sure this wasn't just cut once, it was probably picked through several times, and I'm sure the guys that cut it did a fine job, but this is kind of what's left. It's just a bunch of you know, kind of trash wood, and the you know, it's not really doing much. The stand of wood here is kind of stagnant, and so so we're doing kind of an overstory, and picking out all the hardwood pulp, and there's a little bit of hemlock here and there that's not really any good, and a few pines here and there. So, and there's occasionally a scattered yellow birch or rock maple that might make a good log. And I'm still gonna try to, even though it's not like a big money cut, it's still up to me to try to, you know, even though I'll say this too, the landowner's objective here is not mainly money. He wants to clean up the woodlot, get rid of the garbage, try to get the forest doing something, and hunting. You know, so he likes hunting, and his family likes hunting. So one of the things that I'm doing is, I could, you know, cut everything, but I'm leaving. You'll see there's some scattered hemlocks. There's a big one over there. Just leaving some structure for the animals, and also if I come across like an oak or like a big nasty beech or something that'd be a good crop tree for feed, I am leaving that. So just for more for habitat and food for the deer. So there are some considerations in this, just because we can cut it hard doesn't mean we're going to cut everything. And it does help to kind of, you know, it is wet, so you want as much brush and flotation as you can get. So, and I am trying to evenly spread out the wood here, so we have like I just said, an even mat of wood. And you'll kind of see I'm helping myself a lot like this with the buncher head. Anytime you get tilted downhill, if you don't help yourself, even if the ground's not wet, these bunchers are heavy and they have longer undercarriage, so that they'll tendency to want to nosedive, and you'll dig down into the ground, and when it's wet like this, you're just going to make a spot for the water to collect, and we don't want to do that this time of year. So if I can avoid that by help myself, it makes a big difference, believe it or not. And it doesn't really bother the processor, because when the processor comes through, the processor is obviously processing all the wood, but it's taking all the tops and brush and putting it in front of the processor, so you have that to walk on, and that gives the processor flotation and the forwarder, the forwarder, it'll make a big difference for a while. If it's too wet, you're gonna eventually make some mud anyways. So, but this is another, for us, I think a good example, or kind of a learning curve for me, of just how many more jobs we can do with this setup with the buncher and the processor. It's great pulpwood for the processor. Some of it's a little rough and ugly, but that's okay. We'll whittle it up and make pulp out of it. So, and here and there I'm trying not to, but I'll have to get off to the side, and, you know, there's a little pocket of wood there. You try to not turn as much more than you have to. Like I said, the more you get rooting around with this thing, the more you're gonna kind of dig into the ground. So even if you are helping yourself, so if there's enough wood to get in the trail, and you have a bad spot, it really is not too bad, because you'll have enough brush to kind of, you know, fix whatever kind of ruts you're making. And the main thing is flotation. See that ugly, some trashy hardwood, but we'll make pulp out of it. And here and there, I'll do stuff like that to help the processor out. So, but it feels very good to get back to work. And let me know how you guys like this video. Like I said, I wanted to do something a little different. Obviously, a lot of the videos lately had just been me talking because we hadn't been working. And now that I can start back to work, I'll do more equipment videos. We're gonna probably bring the processor up here this week. I'm waiting for my welding guy. I had a new engine compartment door made. I may have mentioned that in another video, but the knob came loose and it rubbed up against a tree and I bent it. And the fire suppression is mounted on the door, and the fire suppression unit is rubbing on a steel or aluminum or whatever that is. Oh, there's a rock right there. Almost hit it. I just saw that. Plus it bugs the hell out of me to have that bent like that. So while we had some downtime, I'm having that new door made, and I'm just waiting for that to get made, and then I've serviced it. So I'll probably tomorrow, I'm hoping that'll be done tomorrow. I may run this in the morning or something, and then or give Don a call and see if he's done with the door, and we'll go put that on. And once I get that on and get all the panels back together on the processor, I'll bring that up here. And what I'll do is, it's still a little wet. I think I'm gonna give Wes some time in the processor and in some natural wood. I had him run it a little at the end of the winter in that large plantation we did, which was really easy wood to learn in. So you may cut in too much, you're gonna make ruts that hold water that, and once you've made them, it would, it'd take quite a while to dry out. So like here, there's a couple of oaks right in this. He's got a four-wheel trail, which is a perfect spot, if I was thinking about deer hunting. So those are some of the things I'm thinking about as I'm cutting. I'm not an expert deer hunter, but I do deer hunt, so trying to be as conscientious to the things that the landowner cares about as possible. So none of this hemlock's any good. Just pulp. So hopefully the landowner's happy when we're done. I think he will. So far he seems to be fairly content with what's going on. The only thing he really asked, which isn't a big deal, is trying to leave his four-wheeler trails clear of brush. So, which is fine. It's not asking too much at all. So. There's a couple soft maples here that I could cut, but I want to leave structure in certain places and not make too big of holes if I don't have to. So anyways, I think I'm gonna cut the video off here because I'm not quite sure how long this is, and I think it's getting longer. So like and subscribe and comment, and hopefully this was a fun kind of different video for you guys compared to what I've been doing lately. And if you guys like it, I'll keep doing some more like this, and maybe I can get some more outside video with the GoPro of the buncher operating, and more inside, and I'll just do whatever. As long as you guys still enjoy it, I'll keep making videos. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you later. Thanks. Bye.